Fighters for the ideal. It is the challenging aspect of Mars and Neptune that gives true fighters for the ideals, for ultimate faith in oneself and the entire humanity. Just as the harmony between these planets emphasizes the ability to sink into the real world and find magic inside it, disharmony speaks of the struggle to get there and gives the energy to make a move towards something much larger than we would ever dream of. A square, an opposition, or a conjunction of these two entities is something we all fear and something we all desire: sexuality and pure emotional manifestation, the focus point in the ocean of nothingness, and the intense, purest link of the real world with the unseen. Battles and fairy tales, the higher cause and the ideal we strive for in this lifetime presents through Neptune in everyone's chart. Although this is a generational position, meaning it stays in one sign for a long period of time, approximately 14 years in each, it is the web of aspects and its communication with other planets and houses that makes it special in each personal case. Neptune is the king of the ocean, the seas, of everything that is too large to see, too dim to notice, and too dishonest to believe. The ultimate faith it carries in its core has to show through the divine love, the story of light we are to sink into, and while some of us find it easy to measure and absorb as much magic as we are ready for in this lifetime, those with a forceful conflict of Mars and Neptune don't seem to understand their own limitations very well. Every big heroic story has a fighter to lead the way and someone to go into battle for one thing they believe in. To understand where this person hides inside of you, it is important to sink into one true desire, be it a connection with another human being, your Princess Charming, or a unicorn you wish to see in the forest. It may be the ideal of love or the ideal of family, professional achievement, sexuality, or any area of life where Neptune touches our natal chart through a house. Neptune's position in a house is in fact the ideal of self seen through the area that defines this incarnation as your ideal you. Fear and dilemma. It is obvious that a conflict between Mars and Neptune seems like a battle with no actual fight. It is a dog barking in the fog, a warrior that has no idea where he's going, or a man with a sword shouting at God. How is it possible then to mend the wound they speak of when they trouble each other, and what is the purpose of their battle if Mars can never seem to win? With Mars standing for our primal fears, what is it afraid of in this position? Observe the position of your Mars closely and ask yourself, what is your weapon? Is it in Virgo and stands for your rational mind, or set in Cancer where feelings hide the greatest force of protection? No matter the paradox or the clarity, when challenged by Neptune, it will fight with everything it's made of to rationalize, bring things to earth, and stop recognizing ghosts and emotions in everything it does. It will fear the unknown, the oceans, the depths and the irrational. It will fear closeness, intimacy, and run from the divine. Before realizing what is worth the fight, this Mars will sink into dependencies, self-destructive patterns and choices that seem to be out of this world and out of sound mind to common people. As life goes on and ghosts under the bed slowly start to fade or become demons that chase one away from life itself, the image will get clearer and clearer. Some of those who were blessed and cursed by this challenge will suddenly realize that they have had a talent, a dream they held on to as a child. Others will sink into the pain of the world and find their role in healing it. Most will be struck with the knowledge of all things they can do if they only dip their toes in the icy waters of inspiration. To keep the fire lit, the force of Mars seems to be here to resist and never bend while attacked from tainted Neptune. Holes and bruises in our aura, in our energetic body and our vast space of self won't let us rest and be at peace. When waters are calm and clear and divine love is found, it will be easy to hold the spear up and stand tall on your own 2 feet, following the mission we are here to find. Until then, storms and tsunamis could tear down our defenses, other people's emotions could distract us from ourselves, flood our world, and every sensation from the outer world seems to be out to get us. We will either defend ourselves nervously as if we're running away from all good things the distances have to offer, or fight with things we cannot ever defeat. The solution lies in honesty with our heart, belief in our senses, in what we only feel and never see and touch. It is found in clean feelings where no poison is found, in purest childlike energies that let us run forwards even when we don't know where we're going. When Mars is strong and guided by Neptune, it becomes excited for the future instead of being afraid of it. It has a vision to hold on to and makes brave steps in any direction that feels right, knowing it will lead it straight into the most wonderful dream. When Neptune is clean and our emotions entirely free of ties and dependencies, we stop holding on to battles lost and move as mermaids and medusas in our oceans, ready to find our next meal or touch something that no human has ever seen before, depending on the primal need of the moment. Born with a mission, the thing that separates us from the animal kingdom and the purity of planet Earth and its beings, seems to be the intellectual awareness we all gladly emphasize. But if you lower yourself to the lowest instinctive planes of just existing and believe you are one with the universe itself at that point too, it becomes clear that there is nothing you won't be able to reach if you accept your animals within, your shadows, your demons, and the deepest darkest truths of the entire world. We were all born with one single universal mission, to evolve as humans. This is the mission that pulls us forwards and keeps us alive. Our souls feed on the ideals we wish to achieve, and our life force is weakened if we are afraid we won't get there. So raise your golden swords and remember to let go of everything that doesn't feel right along the way. Stand tall against the waves, always remembering the dream of serenity you carry in your heart. Scream, shout and cry, be angry with divinity itself until you find divinity within. Cleanse your physiology of other people, of outer energies, toxins, nicotine, alcohol, drugs and all things you know are bad for you. Don't question reality, toxicity, or emotions that pull you away from certain people, choices or situations. Feel and wait for the right time to act, sensing the moment and the atmosphere that makes you calm and safe. Instead of imposing force on yourself and breaking your outer sphere of protection, stay put and stay brave, until you are certain that nothing ill hides behind your next move. Stay silent and in constant emotional touch with the ideal, understanding that you are the energy and the force of the ocean itself, when your strength is regained and connection with the universe as vast as it was made to be.